Hello, and welcome to another segment of Smoke Signals. I'm your host for today's show, Lieutenant Chris Taylor from the LaGrange Fire Department. And I have my good friend with me today, Smokey the Bear, and we're on site at the Georgia Forestry Commission Heard Troup County office on Highway 27. We have a great show lineup for you today, so stay tuned because you're about to watch Smoke Signals. Welcome back. Today we have with us Mr. Ray Brundage of the Georgia Forestry Commission. Hello, Ray, and welcome to the show.
Hi, Chris. Glad to be here.
Well, we are sitting here at the Georgia Forestry Commission on the front porch, and it's a beautiful day out here today, right out here at Potato Creek. And of course, Ray, we have just a number of motorcycles that's been coming through the area that's heading to Panama City to Thunder Beach, and we hear a thunder of motorcycles coming through today.
That's correct. This is one of the main routes they take going to Thunder Beach and Panama City. So we'll see them going, and next week we'll see them going back, I guess.
Hey, be nice to be at Panama City right now, wouldn't it?
Oh yeah, be great.
Well,
we're here at the forestry office.
Well, Ray, we have quite a bit of information today that you would like to share with us. But before we get started, if you could just tell us a little bit about yourself and how long you've been with the Georgia Forestry Commission and what your roles and responsibilities are.
I'm Ray Brundage. I'm a ranger with the Georgia Forestry Commission. I'm a wildland firefighter. I've been working with them for about 13 years now. Okay. We have a chief, Amy Weaver, and two other rangers, Chad and Eli. And our primary job mostly is to do the protect the forest out here in at the herd troop line.
Okay, sounds good. Now, one of the questions I want to ask you, just to kind of give our viewing audience a little information about the Georgia Forestry, if you could just tell us what the primary purpose of the Georgia Forestry Commission is in the Troup and Heard County area.
All right, Georgia Forestry Commission, our director Robert Ferris has a vision to have a healthy, sustainable forest providing clean air, clean water, abundant products for future generations. And our mission is to provide leadership, service, and education in the protection and conservation of Georgia forest resources.
Okay.
What we primarily do is we go out and make fire breaks. We take information we get from our foresters and we implement it on the forest land, and we do forest protection by going out fighting the wildfires in Heard and Troup County.
Oh, sounds good, sounds good. And I'm quite sure that you know, when you have a active fire season, especially you're going out and doing burns to burn out some of the growth and all, you know, they can take a lot of work and a lot of resources to get those kind of things done.
Absolutely. We have a lot of preparation we have to do. We have calculations. Like I said, we have foresters and rangers go out and look at the area, get with the landowner. And when we look at the area, people see trees and leaves and pine straw. We calculate it as what's called a fuel level.
Okay.
And we got to do these precise calculations when we do controlled burns because we don't want to get it out and start something that we can't handle.
Exactly. Okay, so let's if you could just tell us a little bit about what does the Troup and Heard County unit of the Georgia Forestry Commission provide for this area? What type of services?
Like I said before, we work closely with Troup County Fire and Heard County Fire, assisting them in putting out the wildfires. We assist landowners in the Heard and Troup County, doing controlled burns, implementing fire breaks. We have foresters on staff that will come out to the property and give timber advice, forestry advice, to keep your trees healthy so they can get the maximum amount of healthy trees for the timber industry.
Right.
And we do school programs, and we also do sealing sales.
Okay, sounds good. So there's a lot of services that the general public can get from the Georgia Forestry Commission, and of course, not to mention some of the partnerships that you've mentioned with other agencies. So that means a lot to know that there are a lot of resources that are available in this area as well as the LaGrange area also. Take advantage of those resources and be able to contact those individuals when you have questions. You know you have someone that you can call and possibly get the answers you need.
And we do have a website, www.gatrees.org. It has an abundance of information about the Georgia Forestry Commission. Okay. Or you can call us at our office here, 706-845-4122. One of the rangers or chief ranger will be more than happy to help you with whatever forestry situation that you have.
Sounds good. Now, let's talk about some highlights from your annual budget of annual report from last year. How many wildfires that you all had actually in this area?
In the troop area alone, we had 16 wildfires. It's a little bit down from the previous years. We've been having a lot of rain, but we actually went out and extinguished 16 fires. Total acreage burned in Troup County was about 37.16 acres. And the average fire was probably about 2.32 acres.
Okay.
Some of the other things that we have in the annual report, we issued out 5,592 permits just in Troup County alone.
Wow.
Yep.
A lot of burning going on.
All right. And we have, like I said, we have different types of burning. We got agricultural burns. That's what the farmers do with their crops and stuff. And we have silvicultural burns, and that goes off with the forestry people. Okay. And we had some land clearing going on, and other debris burning, like people doing their leaf piles and burning natural material around their houses to keep them cleaned up and keep them safe.
Right.
Always remember, in the Georgia Forestry Commission, you can only burn natural material in Georgia. That's the law.
And that's a very important statement, because people need to know, what is acceptable to burn and what's not.
That's correct. Also, we serviced about 30 landowners just in Troup County, about the same in Heard County. We had about 149.1 hours on the tractors between the three of us, myself and Chad and Eli, doing fire breaks. That's for private landowners and the Corps engineers. That comes out to about 30 some odd miles per ranger.
Okay.
We do sell trees. We sold 11,991 tree seedlings last year.
Wow.
In the Troup area alone. And again, you can go to our website, www.gatrees.org, and get on the seedling, and you can see what we have and fill out an order form, and you can get trees brought here and pick them up, and they're at a pretty good price too.
Okay, sounds good.
That's pretty much about the annual report.
Okay, now what was some highlighted events during the year that the Georgia Forestry Commission were involved in?
Recently we had the snowstorm event up there in Atlanta. All the agencies got together with the GEMA and the FEMA. Right. Amy and Chad and myself and Eli, we took turns going into the operations center and helping on the road, driving trucks, and delivering logistic supplies here or there, and helping stranded motorists out on the highways.
Okay.
Last spring we had a little tornado come over here and took out a few of our trees.
I remember hearing about that.
But we were spared. We didn't have any building damage. It was just our shade trees got knocked down, about 30 of them. It took us a while to get it cleaned up.
Okay. And not to mention, we're in the midst of summer, and tornado season is among us, and those are things that we really have to take heed to, continuously monitoring the weather and making sure that we have an emergency plan in place before and during and after such as a severe weather threat in our area, because we have seen a number of severe weather incidents here just in the Troup County area.
In the forestry business, we're a weather-oriented job. We got to watch the dryness, the wetness. We can't give out burn permits when it is raining, when it's foggy or smoky, because that smoke has somewhere to go, and smoke does become a hazard in the road. Right. So some people don't understand why we don't have the burn permit system turned on that day. It's because there's some type of condition, too dry, too wet, too foggy. There's something in the system saying we can't give a burn permit out for that day.
Now, what about wind conditions? Can that be a factor also?
Yes, it can. It burns. You know, you have your fire burning, and it'll take the embers off and take them off into the woods, and then the wind will continue to burn on them, and it'll start another fire, what we call spotting over.
Okay.
And we got to be careful about that. We have to monitor the humidity, the water and the moisture in the soil, drought index. We have an array of things that all the rangers and the foresters keep an eye on. And once we do all our calculations and everything, we determine that day if we can give out a burn permit. So if you call on Monday wanting a burn permit on Thursday, we can't really give you one because we have to determine that day when we can give you a burn permit. Okay. Based upon the weather conditions.
Right. Sound good. Now, what are some ongoing projects that the Georgia Commission is currently involved in?
Oh, we are involved in numerous things. Just recently, we had the emerald moth. He's flying around doing damage to trees. We've been monitoring him. We've been putting out traps for him. We got the seedling projects going on. We go out and collect different species of trees, seedlings, and we take them to the nurseries to get put into little trees, and then we sell them. And then we've got numerous things going on throughout the year. We have school projects. We have to take Smokey out every once in a while because you know he likes to get exercise. Right. And we take him to school for the little children and orient them on what goes on in the forest.
Okay, sounds good. And I'm quite sure the kids, they have a big kick out of seeing Smokey the Bear and just having fun and just loving all over him because you know Smokey has been around for a number of years now. And how long has Smokey been in existence now?
Oh, he's about 60-something years old. His birthday is about the middle of August. Okay. And he just celebrated another birthday. And I think he was born in I want to say in the 40s or the 50s. So he's getting up there in age, but he's not slowing down a bit.
Not slowing down. That's good.
The summer months. He'll be going out west, and you know how they do out in California. They're very busy with the wildfires out there.
Exactly.
So he's a busy individual.
Okay.
But we try to get him out so so the children can see and know what's going on in the forestry world. So they're not out there starting fires and things of that nature.
Sounds good. Well, you just gave us a great amount of information. And but when we come back, we're going to have more with Ray Brundage here on Smoke Signals. Welcome back. We've been talking with Ray Brundage from the Georgia Forestry Commission, and Ray, we covered a lot of information, but we have some information that we want to share with our viewing audience about the burn ban, which has taken effect with it being the month of May. So if you could just tell us a little bit about what the burn ban is for in the first place.
Well, Chris, the burn ban has been established by agencies, federal and state, for cities that have populations over 65,000. We don't want too many things burning and smoking because it degrades the air, the air quality. During the summer months, the humidity is up, and the smoke gets in the air, and it just lingers, and it degrades the air quality.
Is the burn ban imposed by the Georgia Forestry Commission?
No, there are numerous agencies, but the primary agency is the Environmental Protection Division with the DNR. They're the ones that monitor the air quality. They'll tell you the different codes that they have for it, for that day. And for people that have breathing illnesses,
Okay.
I believe they go yellow, red, orange, green, that nature. And they're the primary people that enforce the burn ban. We just support them in instituting the burn ban. We just go around and tell people you're not supposed to be burning, and so on and so forth. But the primary agency would be the Environmental Protection Division.
Okay. And the burn ban is from May 1st until September 30th.
That is correct. That's when the humidity is the highest. You kind of know the wind doesn't blow as hard as it does in the summertime, like it does in the wintertime, except for today.
Right, exactly. Now, how many counties that are actually involved in the burn ban?
Like I said before, every town or every city, like LaGrange, it just has over 65,000. The surrounding counties will be involved, but Atlanta is the biggest one.
Okay.
And Troup County and Heard County has always been involved in what we call the Atlanta burn ban.
Okay.
It's 54 counties that surround the city of Atlanta.
Okay.
It's Meriwether, Heard County, Carroll County, a whole bunch of counties that are involved, and they are. There's a lot of stipulations on the burning.
Right. And of course, each municipality, they enforces the burn ban that is issued down through the Environmental Protection Agency in their respective communities.
That's correct. Law enforcement, fire departments, codes, all of them are involved when somebody's doing some type of illegal burning.
Okay. Now, since we're talking about burning in general, what type of fires are covered under the burn ban?
Types of fires, what you can't...
Or let me take it back, not covered, basically.
If I'm understanding, what can we burn?
Exactly.
Okay, you can have, that's pretty simple, Chris. We can have campfires. You can have warming fires and cooking fires that are less than 6 foot by 6 foot.
Okay.
So if you want to go camping, you can still enjoy a fire, unless we have some usual dry air, and we have we'll stipulate that through the news media that you can't have any camping fire. They have a lot of those out west.
Okay.
So, but as far as when the regular burn ban is in effect, you can't burn any brush piles, can't burn your leaf piles in your yard. But if you want to have what's called a recreational fire that's less than 6 foot by 6 foot, and you have to be with it, it is okay. You don't need a permit for that, and you can do that any time of the year.
Okay. Now, do you occasionally get individuals who, let's say for instance, they may be burning during the burn ban, but not really aware that there is a ban? How do you reach out to those individuals?
The Chief Ranger, Amy Weavers, she's very understanding about that. And if you're not from this area and you didn't know about the burn ban, we do have some people that are that have vacation spots, and they'll come down and not aware of the burn ban. We'll just tell them, no, you cannot do that.
Right.
But if you were told numerous times not to do it, you'll probably be issued a citation either from the Codes Department, or you'll be paying a service charge from the Georgia Forestry Commission for us coming out there, taking our truck out of service for the time of us coming to see you.
Okay. And where, as far as the getting the information out to the community about the burn bans, how does the Georgia Forestry Commission get that information out?
We put it through the news media. It's been placed in the local papers, and also again, you can go to www.gatrees.org and get that information also. Sounds
good. Now, the summer is among us, and a lot of people are going to be out taking trips and just having all sorts of fun and things of that nature. So what are some summer safety tips that we can give to our viewing audience for the summer?
Well, being in the forest, there's a lot of hidden dangers out there. We have insects, we have plant life out there, and of course people like to to make those campfires out there, so we have to be safe with those. So if you do go out in the woods, always remember travel in pairs. Watch where you sit down. You don't get insect bite or bee sting or something. Watch what you're rubbing up against. You want to get the poison ivy on you. And again, fire safety, sweep around or clear around the area you're going to burn in. If you can, put a barrier, a rock barrier around it. Always have a shovel of dirt or a shovel on site, and some water to extinguish the fire if you have to.
Okay, and you mentioned something that's very important about any type of bites or stings or things of that nature. What are some first aid measures that people need to take, or either have some first aid equipment available?
Oh, you can always go to your local stores, and they do have first aid kits. Insect bites, things of that nature, in small packs are relatively inexpensive. There are people that have to be very careful that have reactions to certain insect bites. They have to have their Benadryl or shot carrying with them. They need to have their bracelet on to notify if they have some type of reaction. They might pass out, and we won't know what's wrong with them. So you have to keep all those things in mind when venturing out into the forest. And like I said, don't go out alone. Always go in pairs and let somebody know where you're going.
And of course, we can't talk enough about water safety, because you have people that'll be out fishing and boating and things of that nature. They need to make sure that they have flotation devices when they're out in the water, especially swimming, especially on small children. Can you kind of touch on that, how important that is?
The Corps Engineers and Department of Natural Resources, they do have safety courses on swimming and boating. The Department of Natural Resources do have people out on Tater Creek, out there on Chattahoochee River, but they can't be there all the time.
Exactly.
So you might want to get certified, make sure your boat's safe, have them check it out, make sure they got all the safety equipment on it. Like I said, always go when you go out swimming, or go with a friend, let somebody know what you're doing, and always have that life preserver on when you're in the boat. And just be safe.
Okay. Is there anything else that you can think of that you would like to share with our viewing audience today?
We have seedling sales here in the Georgia Forestry Commission all over the state. Just go on our website at www.gatrees.org, click on seedlings. The seedling sales, the list comes out in July. When you select the trees and pay for them, they'll ask you to select a date, and it's going to be in the winter months, because the winter months are tree planting months. When you want to do any type of planting, pruning, or whatever, you want to do it when your tree is dormant. Your tree goes to sleep. The leaves fall off, and your tree's going to sleep. The sap is slowed, and that's when you want to do uproot any trees and put them in a different spot. But you'll order your trees. They'll come to the unit in the winter months, and hopefully within the next few days you can retransplant them out there in your favorite spot on your property. Like I say, go to www.gatrees.org, or you can just give us a call out here, and we can help you out with getting you some trees on your property. They're relatively expensive. We have oak trees, pine trees. We have an array of species of trees. Also, we have forester assigned to each county. These gentlemen are expert in their field in what I call treeology, or doctors of the trees. So they'll go out there and they can look at your property. I think you have to have a minimum of 10 acres. If you have any type of fungus or insect, or you just want to know about tree health, those are the guys to call. Just give us a call, and we can get Joe or Paul to come out there and set up an appointment, and you can get the best out of your trees. And this is your tax dollars at work.
Sounds good. And of course, I'm quite sure our viewing audience like to hear about tax dollars being used for a good cause.
That's correct.
All right. Well, Ray, you have given us a wealth of information today concerning the Georgia Forestry Commission, and we just want to take this time to thank you again for being on the show, and hopefully you have a safe and peaceful summer without any fires, and just continue to do the good work that y'all do here with the Georgia Forestry Commission.
Thank you, Chris. We appreciate Troup County and LaGrange, and working with both fire departments, Hearn and Troup County. They're always a pleasure to work with. We get along very well, and we get our mission accomplished every time.
All right, appreciate it. We're going to take a quick break and we'll be right back. Well, that concludes our show for today. We want to thank our viewing audience for watching another segment of Smoke Signals. And don't forget, the Georgia Burn Ban is in effect from May 1st until September 30th. Thank you for watching and take care.
Only you can prevent wildfires.